happening, and they haven't had too much to smile about this season. I know it's only a point and not 3, but within that dressing room, within the group, what could it do?
I think it'll give
with
him belief.
January coming
Yeah,
up?
it'll give him belief, Steve. Obviously, the concern is Saint-Maximin and Wilson, two of their most attacking players, gone off injured. But Longstaff there, he spoke well, obviously, and I'm happy for him because he's not played much football this season. First game under Eddie Howe, as he says, and I thought he fitted in really well. I mean, previous games I've seen Joe Linton play midfield and I look at the bench and Longstaff's on the bench. And tonight I think he's shown to Eddie Howe and the coaching staff that he's good enough to start the next game, you know. It'd be a big question mark who starts up front now because the way Wilson walked off tonight and Saint-Maximin, neither of them will be fit for the next game against Everton on Thursday, I think it is. So Joe Linton might be asked to change position again and maybe plays a number 9.
I mean, that is the one downside, isn't it, tonight? The 2 key men both going off injured.
Yeah, and when we talk about Newcastle, we say, look, we give a chance if Saint-Maximin and Wilson keep fit. And they add to the defensive players in January. You know, that's where we think they needed to spend the money, but that's a huge blow. You know, it looked like 2 calf injuries. Wilson's looked a little bit worse than Saint-Maximin, but it's up to the physios to go to work now, and hopefully they can heal and get back very quickly because they're going to need them 2 players if they were any chance of survival. I give them no chance.
No chance whatsoever?
No, I don't. I just think they're not good enough defensively. You know, I just don't. The manager hasn't got a magic wand. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get the players to hit the ground running in January. I think it's a positive result tonight. I don't want to take anything away from them. But, you know, the love in there for Joe Linton, I'm scratching my head. I mean, he's done all right, but when he comes to the club, I thought he was a centre forward. Eddie's seen something in him in midfield, great. But now they're going to have to use him in the areas where we've seen him play and not hit a barn door.
OK, we'll come back to that in a moment. Let's just get a quick reaction from Eddie Howe.
Yeah, no, we're very disappointed because I thought we deserved to win. I thought the lads executed the game plan brilliantly tonight. I thought we had to be very good in midfield defensively. We had to have our lines tight between midfield and defence. And I thought, again, a lot of questions about us defensively in recent weeks, but tonight I thought we were very, very good. I didn't think we deserved to concede. And then also we created chances, and how De Gea saved that shot from Almiron at the end, I don't know, because I was right behind it. I thought it was in. We've also hit the post, but we've had great chances. But hopefully we've seen the beginning of a new team and how we want to play, and really pleased with the players today.
There you go, Shane.
Yeah, it is positive, as I said before. I think you see the difference, you know, with maybe the Steve Bruce team that maybe were a bit more defensive and created less chances. So I think there'll be lots of positive. They'll look back at the game tomorrow, they'll come in for a warm down, and I'm sure Eddie will have his staff down and look through it themselves and then show the players all the positives, because there's a lot of chances first half and second half against, obviously, Man United. We talk about one of the biggest clubs in the world, so they have to get belief and a positivity from that result, albeit would have been more had they got 3 points. But I think there will be optimism leading into the Everton game, but they have to back it up now. They have to go on some sort of run to have any chance to get out of this trouble.
And they've got to run of fixtures where, on paper, that is possible.
Yeah, I mean, December's been horrific, let's be honest. Obviously, Leicester, they lost. Man City, Liverpool, and again, tonight, Man United. It's a tough game, a tough December.
They're the ones coming up.
Sure. Yeah, they're games you look at now, and again, the reinforcements have to be key, and they need to come in straight away. If I was in recruitment at Newcastle, the 1st of January, I'd have to have 5 or 6 players lined up. Whatever it's going to cost, whatever it's going to take. If these owners are real about what they want this club to do and where they want to bring the club, they're talking about winning the league at Newcastle. So if they've got that in mind, they can't be going down to the Championship for a season. They can't. They have to give Eddie all the finances he needs and more to get players there in January.
Yeah. The positivity is still there, isn't it? I mean, for reaction, I mean, no one would. As everyone forgot, they got beat 3 off Liverpool, 4 off Man City. We know they're difficult games. 4 off Leicester. I mean, they've not exactly been pulling up trees, have they? Yeah, it's a decent result against a very poor Man United side and something to build on.
Yeah, I can't say much more than that. I mean, it looks bleak from a Newcastle point of view. I just felt tonight they had enough chances to win the game, but you just hope. I mean, like all Newcastle fans tonight, they'll still be hoping that they can pull off a miracle.
OK, let's get a Manchester United point of view quickly with Ralf Rangnick.
Well, Ralf, you fought back for a point, but was it a performance that you didn't particularly like?
No, I didn't like it at all. As I said, we were trying to get better in controlling games. Today we didn't control the game, apart from very few moments at all. It's all about energy, about physicality, and who wins the second balls. What about the transitional moments? And in all those areas, we were not at our best today. in the end, we got a point. That's the good thing, but the performance overall needs to get better.
So all those areas you've just listed, how do you get them better?
I mean, against Palace we were better, but that was a different game. We played at home. Now we had two away games against Norwich and here at Newcastle. And it's about, as I said, it's about physicality, it's about energy. You have to be ready and able to win those direct duels. This was not that often the case. And even when we were in possession of the ball, we had too many giveaways, including the goal that we conceded. And if you're after 7 minutes, one goal down here at St James's Park, it doesn't make things easier.
17 in 7th, 12 months ago, after 17 games, they were top of the league. Energy and physicality, Ralf Rangnick says.
Yeah, none of that. No quality either. No game plan there today. They was okay first half against Palace, and then they beat Norwich, and they were very lucky to do that. A team who are going to be in the Championship next year, and they've drawn with Newcastle tonight, another team who I predict to be in the Championship next year. So, no, hard work ahead of him.
To answer his question, how does he get?
He's got to work on the training field, but you have to try and find your best players with the ball in the correct areas. You know, you need some players in the midfield area who are going to control the game. You've got McTominay, you've got Fred, who give the ball away more than they want it back. You know, you need someone who can control the game in there, whether it's Van der Beek or, unfortunately, it's Bruno Fernandes, where you need him higher up the field. You need to start feeding Rashford and Greenwood and Cavani, give them the ball in the correct areas. At the moment, I just see no pattern to them.
United for you?
Yeah, there's a lot of work ahead of them. Obviously, we talked before the game about they need to get back in the Champions League, obviously, with the money they've spent and what have you. But on tonight's performance, they're a million miles off it. They're nowhere near it. You know, Ronaldo was non-existent, Rashford, Greenwood, all these attacking players. And we spoke why they were non-existent, because they weren't getting the supply.
Eddie, how pleased with the performance and the players? If I'd said to you before the game from Newcastle's point of view, you'd take a point. But having watched the 95 minutes, you're a little frustrated you didn't get all three.
Yeah, disappointed, I think. But great credit to Newcastle tonight. They came out and really shown that they shouldn't be bottom of the league. They're bottom of the league for a reason, because they haven't been good enough the course of the season, but not on tonight's performance. I thought they were brilliant. I think they created twice as many chances as Man United. And on another day, as I say, a bit of luck. It went off the post off Murphy, or David De Gea doesn't make that brilliant save at the end. You know, they get the 3 points. And I think Ralf Rangnick leaving there tonight thinking we're lucky we get to get away with the point there.
Yeah, what was wrong with Manchester United in that game, Tim?
I thought they were poor out of possession. I thought they were very poor in possession. You know, McTominay and Fred in the middle of midfield there as the two pivots. You know, the Varane and Maguire rolling the ball into them every time they got on the turn. If they actually did get the self-turn, they just give the ball away time and time again. There's not enough guile in their passes, not enough disguise in their passing. They're very predictable with that. And then hence why you can't get Greenwood in the game and Rashford and Bruno Fernandes higher up the field. And you need to get Bruno Fernandes on the ball and in the final third so he can feed Ronaldo. Ronaldo comes alive when Bruno gets the ball. He doesn't move when Fred and McTominay got it. And I don't blame him, because they're never going to be able to find him. They need to find a way. Yes, he's working very hard, Ralf. He's talking about it all the time, about the high press, out of possession, how we're going to go up against the ball. He needs to start doing some work in possession and getting his good players on the ball in the right areas.
Well, wasn't happy with the performance. They made a change at half-time.
Yeah.
Cavani got the equaliser, but overall he lifted everything, didn't he?
I think he did. He's a vocal point. He plays up there. He knows how to occupy defenders and make space for others. He's very cute with his mind. You know, he doesn't only just play off the cuff like so many of them at the moment. He actually plays with his brain. He got lucky there with a deflection, comes back to him and he scuffs it into the corner. But this is where you need Bruno Fernandes. And this was Harry Maguire finding him. You know, he gets a half turn. He can see the pass. He's already seen it. He's got wing mirrors, that kid. You know, he cuts the ball back here. And Lascelles is poor. You know, he squares his body up. He has to open up his shoulders. He has to see it. And Cavani missed one like that a little bit earlier, and he's not going to miss the rebound. But he got a little bit fortunate with it. You see, he absolutely scuffs it, and I think he ends up going through Lascelles' legs, and they can't get him back in the game. But he was a good change. Sancho did okay when he came on. You know, he's like a bottle of fizz, isn't he? I mean, you don't know what he's doing. I mean, so many of their players just play off the cuff. They've got good players. That's why they win games, not because they're a good team.
And just finally, on Newcastle, I know it's only a point, but does it bring some more positivity, a little bit more hope, perhaps, before players come in January?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the big one, Steve. January, what they're going to do in January. Can they really dig deep now? And and give Eddie the backing that he needs, because obviously he's managing a team and he's not signed one player yet, Eddie Howe. He needs to get back big time in January and get 5, maybe 6 players, and that won't be easy.